All right, welcome to my office. This is where we are in the Serhant headquarters here. You are in my office. I got my mirror behind me. I'm going to let people join in, and I want to make sure Rafael jumps in so we can get going. Hold on one second. View request. No. Oh, is he there? Let me see. Oh, Salt Lake Serhant. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so listen, I've been wanting to do this for a very, very long time. As you know, we are big into social media and we're big into selling on social. And I've been selling through social for a long time. And I know we have a lot of followers, and our brokerage, Serhant, and myself combined, we're now the most followed real estate brand in the world, which is totally crazy. But just posting to our followers and to our subscribers is not how we sell. And I've never really spoken about this before, but I feel like now is a great time to do it and to explain to you how myself, my entire team, and our company sell using social ads. And it is not nearly as easy to understand as you might think. And so I want to take this time. We're going to spend the next 20, 30 minutes with my director of digital marketing, Rafael. I'm going to invite him here in a second. And I want to talk to you about how we sell through social. I want to talk to you about a couple different mistakes that I see most people making when they don't understand the difference between earned media and paid media. So that's organic posting and putting paid behind the posts. And I want to go through the most common mistakes I see salespeople making all the time with their posts. So any of you out there that are salespeople, if you're real estate agents, you are going to want to tune into this. And then we're going to give you some free information at the end and give you some secrets and some surprises. So let me bring in Rafael. Hold on one second. Hold on. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you all for joining us. Bum, 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 bum. And the reason I want to do this too is I want to help salespeople sell more all around the world. As you know, when we did our first show on Bravo, Sell It Like Serhant, that was the goal, to really help struggling salespeople anywhere, selling anything, to sell more, to lead a better lifestyle, to have more confidence in themselves and their ability to speak to others, to earn a better income, to change their world. And so it's been huge. And then Sell It Like Serhant, the book, and now Sell It Like Serhant, the course. Now we have a new course. And it comes out this Wednesday. It is our social ads course. We're going to talk more about it later. I'm just waiting for Rafael to join. It's through the Sell It Like Serhant one, right? Oh, he's on? Oh, I don't see him. Rafael, you there? I don't see him on mine. Interesting. It says connecting. Sell It Like Serhant is unable to join. Do you see? Weird. Hold on one second. Hold on. Maybe I'll bring him back.
Yeah, bring him back.
Hold on. Technical difficulties. Oh, there we go.
Okay. I think now we're working. Now I can hear you. I can see you. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? I know you're
doing well. Excited to jump on and talk to your audience about what we're working on.
Yes, and let's do it. So everybody, this is Rafael. Rafael is my director of digital marketing, and he is the social ads guru. So let's get started. We want to be efficient with everybody's time. And if you're new to strategy, okay, you have to first know the difference between organic and paid. So organic is anything that you're posting out to your immediate followers right now. It's the photos of your dog. It's the photos of your cat. It's your baby. It's that house that you drove by and you took a blurry photo and you're putting that out there. That's your organic post. And it means that you're also not putting any paid spend behind it. And then obviously paid social is anything you can do that has ad dollars behind it as well. Now, because there are no financial incentives for the platform, right, for Facebook that also owns Instagram, to help you with your organic posts, they're not going to boost anything that you do. Remember, Facebook is a for-profit company. Zuckerberg is really, really rich. All of the people involved in Facebook make a lot of money, and they make it off of us, like advertisers. Me, I'm a salesperson. I advertise through Facebook and Instagram, and I'm an advertiser, just like Nike. You are too. So one, I want to go through the biggest mistakes. That's where I want to start, Rafael. Does that work for you?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, so why success on social isn't free, and the critical differences that you need to understand about organic and paid social. Let's go through those. I think the first three I think are really important. So first, what organic posts cannot do, okay? Number one is they cannot quickly expand your reach. So can you talk to everybody here about reach?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, your reach, your organic reach is really based on how many followers you have. So, let's say you have 1,500 followers, and that's essentially your maximum potential reach that you could really maximize through either leveraging, just engaging back with your audience, putting hashtags on your post. But that has a limit, right? So the power of putting some ad dollars behind your social media will really help you break through that cap and reach a new audience to bring into your brand.
Yeah, and I see that the organic reach over the past couple of years, especially over the last year, is really really dwindling. Right, as these platforms become bigger and bigger and bigger, it's just economies of scale, and it's been tougher and tougher to get all of our posts. I see it with family members, with friends, with other agents, to get your organic posts seen, even by the people who follow you. And I think I saw something on adroll.com where it said on Facebook, organic posts only reach about 2% of followers. That is it. That is it. It does not incentivize Facebook to push your organic post any more than that. That's why sometimes if you post something and mom's like, oh, I didn't see it, right? Which is why this information is so important, which is why our social ads course, which comes out on Wednesday, is so important, because all of that posting you do, all of the houses that you put up there, all of the, the screaming it from a mountaintop, sold, 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 sold. You're just putting it out to the same fish in that one corner of the lake every single time. And those fish don't care, right? Because your organic post cannot expand your reach. So that's one common misconception that is important to bring out. Two, right? The second thing that organic posts cannot do is they cannot remarket. And remarketing is like a second showing for real estate. Right, Rafael?
That's absolutely right. And you could create audiences based on people that are interacting with your posts, people that are sending you messages, visiting your profiles, or even visiting your websites. And that's something that really only is possible when you put dollar behind your social and you run actual ads or sponsored posts. So that's something that everyone should be taking advantage of, to really bring in an audience that is warm and is familiar with your brand, to get them to do that action or get to that objective that you want.
I think people are probably, they get concerned all the time, like, well, I don't have that much money to spend. How much money does someone have to budget to spend on their post about a house, about a new listing?
Sure. And that's really something that a lot of people put in front of them as an obstacle. You don't need to go and spend thousands and thousands of dollars to get something going to increase the reach and exposure for not just your brand, but if you're talking about a listing, if you want to expose your listing to a brand new audience, you don't need to spend a lot of money. We could get things started with even $5 a day. There's strategies that you could leverage, $1 a day strategies, to just increase the exposure of your posts and your content. So you don't need to think that you need to go and put all your life savings into the strategy.
Got it. But I think this is a big question that people have, how does remarketing really work? Like, how are you taking a listing post, let's say, and remarketing it to a warm sphere of influence or a warm audience? How do you do that?
Well, that you need to really own the website that you're showing the listing with. So if, for example, with Serhant, we have Facebook pixels and all kind of remarketing infrastructure implemented on our website to then create retargeting audiences based on website traffic and what actions they took or how long they spent on a website. So that's really deep into the advanced digital marketing, and we could get as sophisticated as we can with that, but that'll be the basis of it.
Part of it. No, okay, got it. No, there's a little bit of a delay, no problem.
Yeah. And
so how do you then handle the proper tracking?
I mean, you just have to implement things like the Facebook pixel. That's really a window from Facebook into what happens after people click on your ads and you're taking them outside of the platform. And with that, you really are able to track all kinds of things, from conversion events to website activity. And if you're driving people into a mobile app, you could also track what kind of actions they take on that mobile app. It's just really implementing the right infrastructure to track and have that visibility.
Got it. Okay, cool. So those are the first two. One, you have to remarketing, and now moving on to the third is you can't beat the algorithm. I see a lot of people talking about it all the time that, with the best posts, with the best lighting, this, that, they can get around the Facebook algorithm. They can figure it out. It's fine. You just need the best content. At first, don't believe anybody who says they can beat the Facebook algorithm, because they're absolutely wrong. Don't believe any software out there or any other companies. I know there's a lot of social companies out there that are taking money from real estate agents to handle their own posts, and then they just put you into this template. They say they figured out the Facebook algorithm, and it's all bullshit. Sorry. I'm sorry for saying that, but it is all and it's practically impossible. I doubt anyone at Facebook truly understands it, because the way this works is incredibly complicated, and it's increasingly advanced, and it's always changing. And so we're always learning how to take advantage of the platform in front of us in order to put our listings and our posts in front of more people.
I mean, money talks, right? Like, really, the way to beat the algorithm is by making investments and really having control of where your posts are showing up to these targeted audiences, or different platforms if you want to segment Instagram versus Facebook, and at what time you want to run your ads and so forth. There's just no secret sauce as far as I've heard a lot of people say, oh, whenever I post at 7, that's really, that's the window of opportunity. And that might be working with the people that are up at 7 specifically, but that reach remains at 2% of your potential reach based on your following. And to be able to break through that and get new eyes on your brand or your post and your content, you got to make that investment.
Got it. Now, remember, everybody who's watching right now, if you're just tuning in, what we're talking about here is social media ads and how to sell through social the right way, and the common misconceptions and the common mistakes that we see all the time. And remember, it's not organic posting or paid. It's organic and paid. And an organic strategy is completely essential, okay, to complement your paid strategy, because it can engage and support your current followers, right? It can redirect your followers to a desired offsite landing page like your website where you have your listings, etc. And 3, it can act as a starting point for establishing trust and credibility so that people can start following you. So there's a reason. None of us like those pages where people are just putting paid post after paid post after paid post. It's like watching a commercial. It's not interesting. The best accounts and the best of us that do this are a mixture of organic plus paid, organic plus paid. But if you want to generate leads that convert to social media, you need a robust advertising plan, right, at the forefront of your social strategy. And remember, Rafael is here. He works with me, and he's amazing. But you don't have to have your own Rafael. You don't have to have your marketing manager. You don't have to have somebody whose sole job is just running social ads for you, because you can do it on your own if you understand how to do it, so you can make the most of your investment, which is why our social ads course, which comes out on Wednesday, the link is in my bio. This is done. You can go there and you can sign up for the wait list, so you can get notified as soon as it comes out, and you can get access to our why social isn't free guide that we put together. If you go and sign up for the wait list, you'll get that for free. And I'm super excited about the course. It's going to help out so many of you, and all of the mistakes that I see people making all the time. It's like I'm scrolling and seeing these terrible ads over and over and over. So if you're already advertising on social, though, right? If you're already doing it and you're either seeing some success or maybe a little success or no success, you might be making these common mistakes. So I wanted to spend some time here, right? The top 3 mistakes that I see you all making right now with your paid posts are: number 1, you're just hitting the boost button. People see that, it's right there. I think it's like the boost button to me is like going into the casino and just playing the slots, right? But it's just literally like, ooh, pitching, right?
Yeah, I mean, people, again, the whole purpose of Facebook existence is to make money, and they make it really easy for anyone to go and put their money into advertising. So they put that button, boost or sponsor, promote, and on Facebook and Instagram, to make it easy for anyone to start running advertising. And yes, you're gonna see that count for impressions and the reach go up, but are those impressions being shown to the right audience? And that's something that you only gain control by advertising through the ads manager. Now, we go through that in the course as far as really how to set up your account and properly create audiences that are going to be relevant to your content. And again, that's only something that you can accomplish through the Facebook Ads Manager.
And through the Ads Manager, you can also track the incoming, right? And track the leads,
Yep.
or you can do your own CRM. You have that option, right? Because I know that once we started doing the social ads the way that you're going to show us and the way I show everybody in the course that comes out on Wednesday, like we tripled our lead volume. Like there's some where we quadruple, but like we tripled without fail every single month, and it's a lot. And tracking those leads, because it's so much and you do so much business from it, is a lot of work. And so you can do that on Facebook Ads Manager too, right?
That's absolutely right. And when you go through the campaign creation process, you're going to set your objective. And for this type of objective of really focusing on lead generation, there's a very clear and straightforward way to generate leads and set that as your objective. And you just got to enable that column on your reporting, and you'll be able to see the number of leads go up as you spend.
Nice. Nice. All right. So that's the boost button, also known as the slot machine, also known as the lazy button. The number 2 mistake that I see most people making when trying to run paid posts is they're advertising without any value. It's like they just put out an ad that they think is a good ad. They leave it out there. Nothing happens from it. They get pissed off and they wonder why. In my mind, advertising without value, Rafael, means there's no call to action. There's no hook, right?
Yeah, and Facebook will take that money whether you are offering value or not. So you're going to spend the money. Now, to really be able to bring in the qualified user to engage with your brand and really take the action that you want, you need to provide value first. You need to give value before you ask for anything in return. And focusing on creating content that is either going to inspire people, educate them, or at least entertain them, should be very foundational to what you're doing on social.
Can I tell you, everybody right here, because I think everyone watching might have done an ad like this before. The biggest pet peeve ad that I see over and over and over is contact me if you're looking to buy or sell a home. It's like,
that's it.
Really? That's the last ad that I ever want to click, because you happen to put out an ad that said contact me. Like, oh, I didn't know what I was doing with my time. I'm going to contact you now because I'm looking to buy or sell a home. That's not value. You're not presenting someone with a value add by telling them to call you. They don't know that you will give them any value yet. And so that's
you're just another salesperson at that point.
Yeah, exactly. But that's also something that we go through in the course. You have to remember too, and I want to get on to the third one because I want to have time for our Q&A, but your Facebook and your Instagram audience that you're reaching by expanding your reach, okay, that's what we talked about at the beginning of this live, is cold. It's a totally cold audience. That's what you want. You want to get new people. You don't want to keep telling Mrs. Fisher, your first grade teacher who happens to follow you over and over, about that new listing you have. She's not buying it. You want to reach a new audience. You want to have that new reach, and that audience is cold, and those people need to have hooks. You need to hit them with value, and that's what we go through in the course, which comes out on Wednesday. Link in bio to get that waitlist and to get our free guide. But I think the third biggest mistake that I see people make is they don't test variations. They do an ad, it doesn't work, they get pissed off, they don't do another ad for like 6 months. Can you talk to us about what testing variations means to you?
That's one of the things that digital marketing brings to the forefront that is not available on print. It's not available really. I mean, on TV, maybe if you're investing millions of dollars, if you're a Nike, you could test different variations. But for entrepreneurs and small business owners, the ability to test different copy, different creative, a different ad, and different audiences really across all the inventory that Facebook and Instagram has to offer is an advantage that everyone needs to be taken advantage of, and something that a lot of people just kind of give up on. They set up one campaign, they set up one ad, and they either get the leads or they don't. And if they don't, they give up and they just say, oh, this isn't for me. This is not, this isn't going to work. And, you know, you just can't give up. Like, you got to continue testing and iterating and finding what's going to grab the attention that you're seeking from that audience.
Yeah. Remember, everybody, people hate being sold, but they love shopping with friends. And I remember, you know, there's the two types of ads that I like a lot, right, that are good calls to action are, one, a buyer's guide, okay, buyer's guide, and a home evaluation, right? Those are things that are actually of interest. If I'm looking to buy and I see a free buyer's guide about how to buy real estate, and maybe I've only rented this entire time and I don't know how to buy in my area, that's something that I would click on. And then when you click that, it takes you then to, you know, to your page. It brings people in and you're sucking people into your funnel. Two is that home evaluation. A lot of people right now might have bought a home last year, year before, 3 years ago. And because of coronavirus, residential real estate is shot through the roof in a lot of places, except for Manhattan, you lucky sons of guns. And so, you know, that the home evaluation is huge because people might not know that they spent $400,000 on their house, right? And they've got a good mortgage on it, but now someone would be willing to pay $550 for it and they have no idea. You know, if you were able to sell your house for 20% more, 25% more than what you paid for it a couple years ago, that might mean that you can upgrade your whole life. And then boom, you got 2 deals because you put out a home evaluation ad instead of just an ad that says, call me if you're looking to buy or sell a home. Put it out there. Gets you to the same place, but one ad works, one ad doesn't work. Yeah, so the testing is really, really important. And listen, there is so much that's going into all of this. I've been doing social media ads for a long time. Rafael has been doing this his entire career. He goes to bed dreaming about the Facebook Ads Manager, and I don't know what that's like for him. And so I don't want to overwhelm you guys, which is why we did a whole framework. There's an entire blueprint to this where you can literally triple your lead volume. You will sell more next year. You will make more money next year if you know how to do the right social ads. And if you do them the way we're going to tell you how to do them. And that's what the course is for. It's 24 chapters, worksheets, guides, everything. It's amazing. It's probably the only course that exists like it in the world. We made it. It comes out on Wednesday. But now let's go to the Q&A for me and Rafael. Any questions you have? Kyle is sitting next to me over here. He's going to yell at me in my left ear and let me know what they are so we can answer. So Kyle, let's shoot. What kind of questions?
This one's come up a few times. How do you know who to target with your ads?
Yeah, good question. Well, let's talk about targeting for a second. Rafael, how do you know who to target, and then how do you target?
I mean, the first step that I take when figuring out who to target for any particular agent and when I work on your listings as well is really thinking back at what type of people, where do they live in, what are their interests, so that we could go and build some custom audiences and go after these folks. There's a lot of segmentation that we could do to figure out what are going to be the interest sets that are going to drive the best performance and the most lead volume for our investments.
But it's interests, right? You can target based on interests.
Yeah, because we're running housing ads, essentially promoting real estate and different properties. We need to run ads under special ads category, which remove a lot of the demographic, well, all of the demographic targeting that Facebook has to offer. So we can't segment by age or by gender, which, you know, it becomes, it just makes it a little bit more challenging, but we need to get smarter with the interest targeting that we're doing. And that's why we focus so much on the content itself, providing value so that we could really create segments and people that are really going to resonate with the offer that we have.
Yeah, and the interest groups and everything that you talk about in the course when we filmed it, I think is super interesting, and I think people are going to get a lot from it. Like even just that one chapter, I think is going to be a huge moneymaker for a lot of people, because I think it's very confusing for people and they don't know what interest groups to use. Because you're right, housing ads, you know, you do have fair housing rules and regulations, and so you know, it's all of this stuff is really, really important to people. What other questions do we have, Kyle?
So this came in twice. Is the course only for real estate agents? Someone does B2B sales and wants to know if it'll work for them too.
Yeah, so the question is the course only for real estate agents? And the answer is no.
No.
Like felt like Serhant sales course. I do real estate. The skeleton to the course is real estate sales because that's what we know. But we have a lot of people, thousands of people who are in the Sell It Like Serhant course who are not in the real estate business. And I love them all because they bring such a different mentality to our membership base and to all the different members and what they're selling. And so it's really, really cool. So the social ads course is exactly what it sounds like. We teach you, knowing what we know, how to sell using social ads, whether that's residential real estate, right, which is what we do, commercial real estate, insurance, anything, literally anything. I think Adidas is probably going to take this course, okay? Because I've seen their ads getting a little weak. I'm just putting it out there.
A little stale. Let's call it that.
Stale. They need to refresh their interests, okay? They need to make sure that they're hitting the right people. So yeah, the course is for everybody.
Someone wants to know, what cost per lead have you been experiencing with your social ads?
Rafael, what's our cost per lead we're experiencing with our social ads?
It varies, but on average, we're landing at around $2.75. It varies depending on the audience and the offer, the neighborhood that we're advertising. But for the most part, once we kind of look back and see the aggregate is under $3.
Yeah. So I can't even get a coffee at Starbucks for under $3. I just want to put that out there, right? So for less than a cup of coffee, you can get a real lead, right? You can generate leads this way. I think people don't understand that. They think that they're just, that this is postcards or that this is just newspapers. Like, this is completely different. You're targeting specific audiences and you're realizing, because you're going to test which ads work better. The ones that don't work, scrap them, move on. This one works well, put a new ad here. Keep running, switch. And who's responding. It's totally changed the way we sell, right? We did $1.4 billion in sales last year, sold and in contract. I think I know a little bit about something when it comes to how to sell. And a lot of our leads we generated, from $15 million townhouse sales to $30 million buyers, we've generated through the correct social ads with the correct calls to action. You have no idea the audience that are out there. It's huge and it's amazing. And the way that I do that and my whole company does that is what we're teaching you in the course. Link is in the bio. Get on the wait list and get our free guide if you join the wait list between now and Wednesday. I think we have time for one more question.
Yeah. How do you know if you're hitting the right target audience with your ad, that you're getting the right people?
Yeah. How do we know that we're hitting the right audience with our ads?
I'll answer that. It's really going to come down on the engagement. You have a click-through rate metric that will really be the proxy to know how relevant your ad is to the audience that you're targeting. So if you're experiencing a very low click-through rate, that means that people are seeing your ad, but they're not stopping. It's not stopping their scroll. They're just continuing to scroll and scroll and scroll. So that click-through metric will be the indicator on how well your targeting is, how well your ad matches the targeting that you have.
Yeah, got it. Okay, listen, here's what I want to wrap up with so that everyone understands, okay? There's a difference between organic and paid. Organic builds trust. It's important. It's your profile. It's your sanctuary. Paid is for your business. And you mix the two, and that's how you create a winning strategy. You're fishing, right? You're out there and you're fishing, except you have to change the bait. You can't use the same bait for the same type of fish every single day. You have to change the bait. You have to test that bait. You have to understand the type of fish that you're going after. And your goal is to catch as many fish as you possibly can. I'll tell you, we've sold hundreds of millions of dollars of real estate with leads that we've generated using social ads, okay? That is a statement that you need to understand. It's the whole reason we made this course, because I want people to understand how important it is to use the tools in front of you. You're all watching us right now on a social platform.
The game is changing.
Together, right? Everything is changing every single day. It's really, really important. And an organic social strategy that builds your foundation, credibility, and engagement with your current leads is important. But social media is saturated, right? Everyone is on social. It's everywhere. There's ads everywhere. People post 1,000 times a day now. It's all over the place. Like, you see it. Stories get buried. You forgot that friend even existed because the algorithm pushed their post all the way down. Facebook is a for-profit company. They will reward you when you spend even just $1 a day. But the goal is to get you to the right spending amount that you can afford, okay, to produce the correct content with the ads, with the correct calls to action, so you can triple your lead volume. That's what I want to do. You're going to triple your lead volume. What you do when you get those leads is then up to you, okay? That's what the Sell Like Serhant base sales course is all for, to teach you what to do when you have those leads. But Success on Social isn't free. We put out the brand new social ads course, comes out on Wednesday. And if you go and join the waitlist right now, you will get our Success on Social isn't free guide for free, which is huge. And yes, last but not least, there is going to be a Black Friday sale. We're not dropping this on Wednesday. We like Wednesdays. It's all about that Black Friday, baby. Huge Black Friday sale coming up. Going to be awesome. I don't even want to tell you what it is yet. When are we telling people what the Black Friday sale is?
Wednesday morning.
Okay, we're not going to tell anyone until it comes. That's the way we do it here at Casa Serhant. So it's all about scaling your lead gen, crushing it. So go to my bio, follow the link, download my free short guide. Success on Social isn't free. And when you do, you're going to register for the social ads course. You're going to be on the wait list, and you'll be the first to know when it drops. Rafael, thank you so much for doing this with me. I'll see you when you walk down by my office. Long live, COVID safety. You're the best. Guys, thanks. We'll see you on Wednesday.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye.